Hey, what's good? What's going on? It's your boy Elliot Keith coming to you with an honest word, something that I want to share that I see a lot being on the end of the spectrum that I'm on. Uh, and it's not limited to me. It's not limited to only my type, but it does happen uh, a lot in my situation. If you wonder what I'm speaking about, I'm not trying to give you a quiz. I'm talking about being interracially married. But I've seen it happen from black to black, from Hispanic to Hispanic, somewhat. I'm not in like really into that culture a lot, so I don't have a whole lot of those friends. I do have some that I've seen some weird stuff. I'm not gonna mention it because then, that would identify the person I'm talking about. But it the subject I'm mentioning, it has to do basically with friendships as well, but more so how it's used, how people put a leverage between it, and and you shouldn't deal with that. You shouldn't even have to try to justify yourself after that. I had a very uncomfortable conversation, and I was in a very uncomfortable situation witnessing somebody being challenged by somebody that's supposed to be a lifelong friend, a cousin, um, that was challenging, kind of like challenging their blackness or what, so to speak, because they have a Hispanic wife. That I think she's been with him for like 15, somewhere between 15 and 20 years. That leaves no question for an outsider to be questioning you because of your choice. It almost appears more like a jealousy than a real inquiry. It feels like a jealousy. I don't know if it's necessarily of his woman or just because he's doing something different. But whatever it is, it's inappropriate. And the inappropriate part I'm talking about is my friend always having. He told this to me before. That's how I know. It's like, man, it's these certain people that always feel like I need to prove myself to them. And I mean, like for years, people that knew me way before this. But I mean, and we established together that that's just a disrespect above other disrespects. It's kind of like you questioning me. You knew me. You grew up with me. As a matter of fact, in that fact, we blood. And you questioning me like this? How fucking disrespectful. That means I can't trust you around my family, around my kids, in my perimeter, because that's really disrespectful. And I told him at that moment, I didn't advise him. I never advise people about family because that's a line I don't cross. But I told him in that moment, man, sometimes you can't be scared to cut people off, especially if they're not afraid to disrespect you. Just you gotta cut people off sometimes, man. That goes for anything, even no matter what. But I mean, his situation. The funniest part is I can remember back at times when I was younger of people that chose to be with people, and they could be black and black, and because family members didn't like them, would always challenge the other one, like, oh man, they not from the hood, they not from around here, they not. Sometimes my point is, I'm not trying to be petty, but what I'm trying to say is sometimes we just pick shit to bicker about. We just pick shit because that's how we are. And I'm not saying us as a people, but I mean that particular person, that's their build-up, that's their character, that's their personality. They have to have a picking point to pick at somebody, to pick to pester somebody. You need to challenge because your shit is not together. So you need to challenge other people. That's what it usually is. It's usually a smokescreen of their shit not being together. So they need to challenge you to show you you're not together. Don't fall for that shit and stop trying to prove yourself to people. Stop. You know I'm talking to. Stop. Stop, man. Stop trying to prove yourself. You ain't got to do that shit. You great. Your kids think you great. Your fam think you great. You cool, man. All right. Peace.